In this video, I go around the centre looking at some of my favourite blocks, explaining how they're built and how the moves work.
So this blue is actually one that camera lady Michelle behind the camera worked on herself. The intention for this boulder, it's got some new X-Cult holds, so they're really good texture. They're kind of slopey jugs, and the idea is to use this corner in some kind of like smeary way. So the block kind of goes up this right-hand wall, you get a bit of a smear on the right side. You've got a left foot, big left foot. It's graded as V3, quite a lot of technique and used a little bit of strength. The only thing I might have improved on it was maybe add like a little foot in here just to improve the accessibility of the block. For shorter climbers, yeah, because this stretch standing on here up to these two side pull jugs is quite a stretch for a lot of people, especially for juniors when coaching juniors, even with the right smear. So this room is low reach, but it shouldn't be cheatable by tall climbers as well. It's very hard to do that, to get both worlds going at the same time, but sometimes it can work. Sometimes all you need is just an extra little foot. I'll try the intended beta, So it's these two here. It's the right foot on here, and the left foot smear. We go to here, and get left foot up, smear on the wall, stand up to here, keep the right smear, lay back, feet up, compression, left foot over here, and roll over with a little spicy finish. And then a lovely mint climb down. Cool, yeah, so it's nice V3, I think, yeah. Good challenge, not too hard, not too easy. Uses a bit of technique. I think it works well for a boulder, short boulder. Nearby, we've got this red V4. It's on these new, can't remember the brand. I'll put it on screen now. But they're really nice holds, big pinches, big slopey pinch. It's quite a popular start, the amount of chalk on this hold. Pretty simple boulder, set it initially just pinches going vertical, but actually found out to be way too easy, especially with the really good friction. Spent 5 minutes adjusting, moved them into slightly different positions, sort of expanded the boulder and used more of this, this sort of buttress feature, the wall coming out. So maybe we can use that. The start's it's probably the hardest move to get onto. When you've got like a high one single hold that you're trying to get onto to start the climb, very important to use the rest of the wall, especially as like a counter lever, or I like to describe it as like a pendulum, a pressure pendulum, where you're pushing into the wall underneath the hold, and that actually keeps the top half of your body from falling out if you keep the core tension. It's a little bit of a layback as well, so it kind of goes into that aspect, and the layback actually works into the first move on this half text plate, and then a bit of compression. The last move's quite fun. Okay, so it's two hands on here.
Oh, it's that right foot on the top that looks hairy.
You have to fully sit on this. You have to put all your weight on there. Yeah, and that move, it kind of complements the first move as well. On the same aspect, because having the left foot on here, down on the wall to create this same kind of start position, and then you create the same move at the top of the wall. Two fingers on the dot. Yeah, it's good fun. It's pretty short, it's only like 3 or 4 moves. But for a short piece of wall, I think each move is as exertive as it needs to be to make a V4. So yeah, pretty cool block, I think. This is a V2 black. The center's just gone off piece, which means the setters can use any color holds for any kind of grade, which actually unlocked these black holds, because these were restricted to V6 to V8 before, and actually make quite a nice V2 sort of lower grade. Cool, so let's have a go at this. Should have a palm down rollover in here. Let's have a look. Yeah. My left foot to palm down against the wall. Nice. I'm not sure actually, the first move is how everyone does it. So I started it down here, but that's quite a pull-up.
That's what I did.
For a V2.
That's what I did. But my friend started it like that, in
here,
that position.
with the left straight arm right in the corner.
Yeah, something like that. And stayed upright.
And then go straight into this. Yeah, I think that skips the move, doesn't it?
It
A little bit
does.
easier.
But I couldn't do it that way.
There's a coaching technique I use. I say to master the block, try and climb it 3 times in a row. That way, you know, you've certified that you know the perfect sequence, more or less. You could do 5 times in a row if you want. If you fall off in that 1, 2, 3, you have to start again from 1. So to master it, I'd say 3 times in a row. So I'll climb it again, 3rd time. I'm gonna start down here, I think. Yeah, it's good. Hopefully, from the footage, you can see the length of the climb has shortened. Hopefully it looked more fluid. Did it look more fluid, Michelle?
It definitely looked more fluid.
Yeah.
Fluid.
Felt much more confident on every move.
Yep.
I knew what to expect going into each move. Even the slightly dynamic movement into the last hold felt less scary each time I did it. I mean, it's only V2, but there's some big moves in there, so that can affect how it climbs. Okay, let's have a look around. There's a V5 black here that I haven't tried. Starts 2 hands on this big flat hold pinch. Love these holds. Really nice. They've got like the perfect width for a good pinch. Good foothold to start on. First move goes right hand, so probably start right foot down there and just flag left down the wall. Good little crimp there, and then you've got to use this corner of the volume. There's a flat little in-cut like plate on there, and it looks like they've combined it with a hold on the underside to make it a pinch. So we come up to this, feet across, and it's like a traverse across, maybe quite cramped if you're too tall. It might be a bump across to the next volume, feet through, and then you get the good feet, so you can get comfortable there as long as the handholds are as good as they look. The right hand crimp round on the volume looks like the better hold than the ones before it. It might be a match on there, and then across to the next crimp, feet across, and might just be able to reach the last hold without bringing feet across first, so we'll see how it goes. Going up here. Blind foot. Oh, couldn't see it. Yeah, the crimp's a little bit lower down. It felt impossible to match this crimp in the middle. The perspective on this right crimp was different from when I was up there as opposed to down on the ground. So that's why I couldn't really remember and therefore judge where it was. But I think the beta was okay up to there. Maybe a good tip is to count the number of moves and then take that many moves in minutes rest. I did 1, 2, 3, 4 moves, so I'm looking at about 3 or 4 minute rest. So going to this, hips in, bump across, lower than expected.
Nice. Second time.
Just.
Brilliant.
Oh, almost slipped off the last hold.
Brilliant.
It's like technique goes out the window near your max grade. It's really hard to keep like proper technique going. Do it 2 more times. Oh my god. I don't know if I got the finger strength. I can have a go. Have you done this, Black?
Yes. I did it spanning.
How'd you find it? You span the middle bit, did you?
Yeah, I got a toe hook there. over the big pinch,
Oh, nice, nice.
and that makes that move kind of easier to catch me because I didn't like standing on these volumes.
More controlled.
Yeah, I didn't like the last move.
Yeah.
Last move is what I thought.
These are all blind feet as well, underneath the red.
Yeah, exactly. And then I didn't know really which one to choose. I had to get someone to point out where my foot was, so I didn't know what I was standing on. And then when I went to the last one, even like matching it, getting it didn't feel hard, but matching it felt hard for me.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was a nice show.
Pinch as hard as you can, latch on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think the first time I got it, I dry fired up and I was like,
Yeah, it felt like it was going to go in like
Yeah,
a couple of
exactly.
seconds. Yeah. Yeah, I brought my feet across here and then just went flat against the wall, kind of like turn it into a slab.
so I think I ended up with a right foot here, left toe, right hand out,
Yep.
and then brought a left foot straight across.
Just step through.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
go
that
straight
was
into
fun,
these.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, right? It was a nice one.
Oh, thanks for the insight. I'll try that beater now. I'll try that beater with the toe hook. See what difference that makes, because it might make it easier. Yeah, nice.
How is that?
I think I was holding my breath. The toe hook actually made it easier to get into the wall and knew what to expect in the last bit on the second go. Yeah, it's good. I've got to do it a third time now.
You
to
do.
master. Count the moves. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-minute rest. Trying to choose which beater to use. Yeah, I'll go with the toe hook. Nope. I felt too high. I was standing on this. Was I standing on that before? Maybe the pinch felt different that time. Yeah, it just felt different, the position that time. And then I realised I was spending way too long here, so I come down. Okay, we'll give it one more go. It's not a mastery, but try and get it done. Ooh, that last pinch. Probably should have brushed the last hold as well. After talking about it, thinking about
Yeah, that lip
slipping
will-
off.
Oh.
Yeah, so the difference was on that previous attempt, I did go too high, which made the toe hook feel worse. That attempt, the succeeding attempt, went lower, get the toe hook, and then step through. That was the beater difference. Yeah, just calculating that. Maybe spent too long resting. and
Too long thinking.
It fell out of my mind, yeah. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. There's some of my favourite blocks around the centre. Maybe in future videos we'll have a look at some more. I want to have a look at maybe a bit of setting, working with other climbers, maybe doing sort of kind of like mini interviews with them and seeing how each person has their own sort of climbing style and what got them into the sport in general. Anyway, if you liked it, hit like. Maybe you might want to subscribe, all the cliche YouTube stuff, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. I do it. That's going to be a clap of chalk, isn't it, every time? That's the climber clap.